Most of these are extremely easy targets, like setting up a Google Merchant Center account that takes no more than 2 minutes. Gaining access to the vehicle ads program that literally takes 30, 40 seconds. Creating a vehicle feed for your inventory that takes no more than a minute. Loading your vehicles up, that may take a little longer, anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how many vehicles you have on the ground. And then passing the manual review, setting up your Google Ads account, that takes no more than 2 to 5 minutes. And then setting up conversion tracking, creating your Google Vehicle Ads campaign, that takes 5 minutes, and then going live. So these are, I know they seem like a lot of targets, but these are extremely easy. They do not take a lot of time. And so by the end of this workshop training, I want you guys to have that done. So let's get into setting up your Google Merchant Center account. So here's what we're going to cover. Again, we're going to set up your vehicle ad sign up form. We're going to get that completed, by the way. Then we're going to complete your business information profile. We're going to verify your domain. We're going to create a feed in Google Merchant Center. And then we're going to connect that feed to the Google Sheet that houses your inventory. And then we're going to set a schedule for Google Merchant Center to go to your Google Sheet automatically using AI, and it will pull all the vehicles that you have and update it, and it'll do that on a 24-hour basis. So all you have to do is make sure your sheet is updated, and then it will actually pull and kick over your vehicles to Google Ads automatically for you. So the first thing I want you guys to do is you're going to go into Google. You're going to type in vehicle ads, onboarding, contact us form. You have to do this to get access to vehicle ads. It is a program inside of Google Merchant Center. So when you log into Google Merchant Center, you will notice that you will not have vehicle ads and you can't create any feeds because you don't have it. And so to get access to that, you just have to fill out this form. And so when you do that inside of Google, you're going to see something like this, fill it out. It literally takes you like 30 seconds. And then once you get that filled out, you're going to go inside of Google Merchant Center. You're going to complete your business profile information. It's going to look somewhat similar to this. Adding your business detail is very simple. Verifying, claiming your website. There's 3 different ways to do that. You don't even have to set up shipping or sales tax because you're not going to be classified as an e-commerce business. Then you're going to link your Google Ads account, and we're going to set up the campaigns and everything like that. So now, really quickly, I know a lot of this information that I just went over, you may need, it may benefit some of you guys to actually see me do it and see it from the point of my shoulder and me actually walking you through it, like verifying and claiming your website as an example. That's probably going to be 1 of 3 ways that you do it. Number 1, it could be through Google Tag Manager. Number 2, Google Analytics, Google Universal. And then number 3, an HTML code, right? And so it's going to give you that option to select which one you want to use. Now, you may not necessarily know how to do that. So for the ones who feel as if they may benefit from me actually showing you how we do this, because obviously we can't do it in this video. It would take way too long to go over every single detail. And so for the purpose of this, it's not appropriate. But if you are wanting that hands-on look, we actually have an advanced training somewhere in the description or in a chat, wherever you're viewing this. You'll be able to click on a link, and it's going to give you access to our advanced training where we actually go over this and walk you through this step by step for the people who feel like you will benefit by doing it. But everyone else, I'm literally just giving you pretty much the roadmap into the things that need to be done, and so that you can go out there and figure it out yourself. It's not really difficult. But for everyone else who feels like they will benefit from actually seeing it over my shoulder, then again, go to the description in the chat. There's a link. Go there. We have our advanced training. So creating a feed in your Google Merchant Center, this is what it's going to look like. Essentially, whenever you're creating that feed, it's going to ask you for a feed name. Just go ahead and put your dealership. The input method is going to be a Google Sheet, right? It's going to ask you to select from a different method or a couple different methods, select Google Sheets. And then you're going to then you're going to select destination as vehicle ads, which you should have access to vehicle ads once you complete your sign-on form. It takes about 24 hours. They send you an email and then you get access. After that, we're going to set our fetch schedule to 24 hours. So essentially what this is going to do, you're going to update your vehicles on your Google Sheet, and then Google Merchant Center is going to come to your Google Sheet, and Google Merchant Center every 24 hours is going to pull from your Google Sheet. And when it pulls from your Google Sheet, it will automatically upload those vehicles, prices, and information to Google Ads automatically. So when people are seeing your vehicles, they're seeing the accurate inventory in real time. So now we're going to go over setting up your vehicle feed. So you're going to gain access to the vehicle feed template that I've already created for you. We're going to review the dummy data. so that you know how to add your vehicles, and then you're going to add them, of course. And then though that is going to push your vehicles over to your ads. So gaining access to the vehicle feed template. Listen, if you guys don't do it, you're going to spend hours and hours, or you're going to leave it up to Google to give you these pretty much developer instructions on how to set everything up inside of Google, inside of your Google Sheet, right? I've already got a template, already made it. You don't even have to worry about it. This is how it's going to look when you get it. You're not going to see as many vehicles as you see here, but you're going to see that we have a one section or one row for the dummy line. And that dummy line is going to have all the dummy information that you can just copy off of. And this is just a reference. And this is what you need to have and how it should be set up. If you don't do this right, you're going to screw everything up. And then it's going to take you 3 to 5 days to get a manual review. They're going to disapprove you, and then you're going to try to fix something. It's going to take another 5 days, and then they're going to disapprove you again. Next thing you know, this thing is running 60 days strong, and we don't have anything done. So trust me on this. Somewhere in the description or in the link or in the chat, there's going to be a link to get access to the vehicle feed template. Get access to it. That way you can log in and put your vehicles on there and save yourself a ton of time. So after you have that set up, this is where you can now begin to run your Google ad campaign, which is the vehicle ad campaign. So if you don't already have a Google Ads account, go ahead and set one up. And then we're going to go over setting up conversion tracking for Google Ads AI. The reason why that's important is because if you want to measure how well your ads are running, you have to have that set up. So it's a piece of code that you put on the back end of your website or back end of the dealership's website. And so that when you send traffic from Google, Google can see what that traffic's doing on the site. If they convert, then it will then report that inside of your campaign dashboard, and you can see where you can put more money into the scale up. Hey, this over here is not working as much. You'll be able to see all this information and get access to that. So you have to set up that. And then we can actually pretty much create the vehicle ads campaign and make it go live. So setting up your Google Ads campaign or Google Ads account. First things first, go set up an account if you don't already have one. Ads.google, click on start now, takes 5 minutes. You'll be into your account. Once you're in your account, we're going to set up conversion tracking. So inside of your account, you'll be able to get the conversion pixel that you need. Now, a pixel is just a piece of code that you take and you put on your website, and this will allow Google to see what is going on. This will allow Google to report back to you what turned into conversions, what did not turn into conversions, so you can make adjustments. You want to do this in a very simple way, so that's going to make it easier on you. What you want to do is you want to go to tagmanager.google.com. Tag Manager is like an intermediary digital footprint that's going to be in between you, your pixel, right, your code, and the website. And so essentially the reason why you want to use Google Tag Manager, if you're not already familiar with Google Tag Manager, is because you can take your codes and so let's just say you have a Facebook pixel. You want to take that code, you want to put it on your website, you got to contact your web developer, then they put it on the website. Then you got a Google Analytics or a Google Universal or GA4, whatever you want to call it, code. And then you send it over to the web developer, and then you got to wait a couple of days, and then they put it on the website. After you do this 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, what you'll notice is you have this long list of code on your website, and it's slowing down your website. Google Tag Manager will generate one small code. You put that on the website, and then now you can take your pixels and your codes and you can put it inside of Google Tag Manager. And when you do that, it'll update on the website automatically, and you do not have to get a hold of your web developer, and it's in real time, it's fast. And because it's one piece of code on the website, it does not slow down your website, which is crucial. So essentially what you want to do is you want to get your Google Ads conversion tracking code and out of Google Ads. And then you want to place that inside of Google Tag Manager. And then once you place that inside of Google Tag Manager, you want to give your Google Tag Manager code to your web developer and then place that on your website. Now, again, I'm not going to go into each and every individual step, like how to set it up, how to do this, how to do that, because we'll be on here for hours. If you are interested and you feel as if you will benefit from seeing this done step by step on how to set up this inside of your Google Tag Manager, how should it be done, how should it be facilitated, then again, there's going to be a link somewhere in the chat or in the description where you can actually click on that and get access to the advanced training. And then that'll give you more of a breakdown. And that's more appropriate for something like that. It's not appropriate for a video like this. So now once you have that set up, you can now set up your vehicle ads campaign. So you'll log into Google Ads if you don't already have one. If you do have one, log in, go to create campaign. It's going to ask you to select your objective. Click on create a campaign without goals guidance. Once you do that, then you're going to see another selection at the bottom show up. Click on Performance Max. Now that's going to give you access to your vehicle feed from Google Merchant Center that you set up. And that feed has access to that Google Sheet that has your inventory. And that's how it's going to place those vehicles in front of people. And so once you have that done, then you just click on the submit button inside the Google campaign right after this. And then it takes 24 hours, and now you have your ads live